Alright guys, I'm just going to do a quick video today. I don't like to do a lot of tutorials because it's hard for me to be serious long enough to actually get through a tutorial, but I have done a couple in the past and some of you guys have found them helpful. And this is an issue that has been bothering me for a while now. It took me a while. I finally stumbled upon a solution myself after asking Discord communities and different communities around VR tech and Oculus in general with no answers. It was like this didn't exist, even though honestly the answer was staring me right in the face. And you're going to see it's going to take literally 10 minutes or less to fix this. What am I talking about, you wonder? Okay, so talking about VR headset. This year I bought myself an Oculus Quest. I wanted to tinker around and see if VR was ready. I feel like it is. I've been loving it since I bought it. That's not the point of this video, though. You know, I'm not giving a review for the Oculus Quest. It's a great product. It's already been, there's lots of reviews. Go find another one. You know, that's not the point. Point is, I love it, except it has an annoying feature built in. Yeah, and you just see what just happened. You know, I turned it around, and you know the thing is now a black screen behind me. The display has ended because of that annoying little blinking light that you see right there in the top center, right between the lenses here. The little laser beam just sits right in the center of your forehead the entire time that your face is in this, and it's just penetrating your skull into your cerebral cortex, and it is reading your thoughts. This thing is literally stealing information from your brain. Okay, this is literally, you want to know why you got that ad, okay, from Facebook talking about Taco Bell when you didn't even realize you wanted Taco Bell? Bam, this is why. It stole it from your brain. That laser beam just penetrates your skull, okay, and just steals your thoughts. Have the idiots left yet? Okay. Seriously though, what it actually does is it's a proximity sensor. It's just a little infrared light that tells the headset if your face is in the faceplate or not, if you're actually wearing it. And what it's supposed to do is when you take the headset off, it goes into a standby mode to save battery. That's literally it, which isn't a bad thing. It can be useful for a lot of people who are forgetful or who have kids that'll just set it down, you know, and constantly come back to a dead headset. I don't see that much of a problem because then you just plug it in. That's the wonderful thing about technology nowadays is the battery dies. We have rechargeable batteries. You plug it in. Okay. It also has several other battery saving features built into it, like, you know, if you just leave it sitting here for, I don't know, 10 minutes. I think mine's set to 10 minutes. If it's set, it'll just turn itself off. I mean, yeah, I don't know why they're necessary to have redundancies of power saving feature. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I'm ranting about stupid things. But the reason why I'm upset and salty about it is because it just took so long to figure out how to turn this off. All I wanted to do was turn that off so that I could take my headset off, wipe sweat off my face. Sorry about slapping my mic. Wipe sweat off my face or take a drink or I don't know, anything, and not have it disconnect me from the game. Not have it disconnect my stupid display, you know, which has happened, you know, and it happens every single time. So, you know, and then you have to go through this lovely process of putting it on and then recreating my Guardian, you know, which I know somebody has told me before I can just turn it off, but I don't know if I want to do that just yet. I don't have a huge space to to do VR in, unfortunately, so the Guardian is kind of important for me to keep me from punching a wall. Okay. Wow. Look at all that I had to go through to get that back up. Yeah, now you can finally see it again. Imagine, and that was just because it lost tracking. That wasn't actually because of the sensor. That was because I pointed it down, and it's dark under my desk, and so the Oculus Quest uses the cameras on the front of it for tracking instead of like the Vive used your base stations and stuff, whatever. This uses the cameras, so if it's dark, you lose tracking. It does the same thing. Unfortunately, there's no fix for that. But what I am going to show you fix here today does the exact same thing and is just as annoying, and happens way more often. In an 8-hour like VR gaming session, I don't know. I probably had to, you know, readjust and set everything back up probably 30, 40 times. Because it's so easy, you don't even think about it. You just get autonomous, and you're just like, okay, I'm thirsty. This needs to come up so I can drink. I mean, unless you invest in a lot of these, and you can just learn how to do it this way. Um, but it doesn't matter. Even, okay, you got to wipe sweat. You get turned around in your room, and your cord gets wrapped around your ankles. And you need to unravel and get reset back in your ready position. Anything you have to do to take the headset off, even if it's only for half a second, even if it's just a quick wipe and then put it back on, it will disconnect, go black screen, and goes into standby mode. And it's not such a big deal if you're playing single player. If you're just, screwing around on YouTube or playing single player, it's not a big deal. You just go right back to what you were doing. But if you're like playing Pavlov or Onward, or if you're in VR chat or anything that's online, anything you get disconnected from, you then have to open everything back up and log back in and wait for it to load. And on a Quest, that's pretty annoying. If you're in a Vive or something like that, and you have a big beefy PC to run your PC VR, that's like maybe 3 seconds for you, so you probably don't care. But you're not on a Quest, so why are you watching this video, dude? You're just being an asshole. Go away. Go watch porn. Thank you. Now, so we've talked about how annoying this thing is. All right. And you want to be able to do like I'm doing right now. You want to be able to I don't have my headset on, it's in my hands, but it's on and it's tracking and it's able to display, so I mean, it's good. All right. How did I do that? All right. Now, I forgot to mention there is a second tip that if you do what I did, with the stupid tape, which I threw, whatever. I don't like the tape. I don't want to put duct tape over the sensor and blind it. That's just stupid, right? So all you got to do, all you have to do, okay, and I'm going to go back to here to show you step by step. All right, so in case you don't know, all right, this down here is your file explorer, your browser. So you're going to open that, all right? That was tutorial number 1. You're welcome. Now you know how to check files on your computer. Great. Step 2, we're going to go to our PC. Right? And you're going to go to the drive that you installed Oculus on. You're going to go into program files, not 86, but the regular one, because that's where Oculus is installed. There's the Oculus folder right here. Right? The bottom folder here, before you get to oculus.ico, is the support folder. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 folders down, hopefully it's the same for you, is Oculus-Diagnostics. Once we go in here, okay, now that you're here, the Oculus Debug Tool.exe is what you want. But bear in mind, the last time I tried to record this, I was an idiot and I didn't have my Oculus plugged in. Okay, in order for this Oculus Debug Tool to start up and work, you have to have Oculus software installed on your computer. That's number 1. Okay, your Oculus software, which has all the games and stuff. It also has all this. Okay, and then number 2, you have to have your Oculus plugged into your computer with a cable. It doesn't have to be the expensive link cable, and also your computer does not have to be a big beefy PC VR ready PC. You can do this on a laptop. Okay, all you need is a cable that's good enough to connect to your computer, your laptop, whatever, so that it can recognize it, so that it can see that it is connected. And the charging cable that comes with it, that comes with your Oculus, is good enough to do that. You just might have to get an adapter for the USB-C end, because you probably have to make it from USB-C to USB-A. That's the only thing. And those are like $4 on Amazon. So you can buy yourself a little $4 adapter and plug it into your PC that way instead of spending $30 on a cable. You don't have to do that. Right? And like I said, it doesn't have to be a PC VR ready PC either. It could just be your, the little cheap $200 laptop that you bought. But once you get all that set up, right, you got it installed and you're here. You're just going to double click on this, right, and it brings up the Oculus Debug tool. There's a lot of other options in here that I'm not going to go over because some of them, if you don't know what you're doing, for instance, like your FOV, your field of view, right, that sets up how far left and right you can see in your peripheral vision inside the headset. If you mess with that and don't know what you're doing, you can make yourself sick. You can make your VR experience terrible. So I'm not going to mess with any of that, right? The one you're looking for is right here. It says bypass proximity sensor check. And if you hover over it, the tooltip pops up and says, keep headset display active without wearing it. Right? And that's what I'm currently doing. Mine is currently set to on. By default, this drop-down menu, yours will be set to off. Okay? So you just want it set to on, and that's it. Then you just click the X, and you're good to go. And then bam, you don't need to even worry about that sensor anymore, because unfortunately it doesn't turn the sensor off. As you saw, you still saw the laser beam shooting out. So I mean, it's still using power, but the power that little sensor uses is minuscule, so I wouldn't worry about that. But at least now, if you take your headset off and you want to wipe sweat from your head, or you want to, I mean, I don't know, anything, take a drink, go use the bathroom, whatever, you can come back and it's still there. It's still tracking. It's still, it doesn't matter. I put it on, it's tracking. I take it off, it's tracking, and you don't have to put tape in there and have tape resting against your forehead, making that part of your forehead sweaty and nasty and grimy because it's uncomfortable. So I hope that, God, this thing went on for 11 minutes. I didn't intend for it to go this long. I was trying to shorten as much as possible with my stupid rambling. I apologize. But I do hope that this helped you. I hope you were able to find it and you weren't pulling your hair out, because as I said, I went through several different communities asking, how do I turn this thing off? Only to be told, dude, just put tape over it. Just put tape over it. That's all you gotta do. Just put a little bit of duct tape over the sensor and just go about your day. No, I don't want to do that. And you don't have to do that. Don't do that. Just don't do it. Just go into the settings, go into the debug tool like I showed you, and just it's like 2 clicks. You click again, and then I mean there's more clicks to close the window and stuff, but hey, fuck you, okay? It is what it is, all right? Just don't close the window then. I don't know, okay? Don't close this video either. You just listen to me rant. Okay, just listen to this rant. I'm just going to keep on going. This video is never going to